There we go. All right, let's get this show going. Feeling nice and relaxed on this Monday afternoon. Feeling good, feeling ready to get some nice work done this week. Hopefully I can do some decent stuff. And I hope some people show up in the chat. I hope there's good conversation with viewers and stuff like that. Yeah, let's just see how the week goes. That's basically just hoping for a good one. Alright, so I've got this slight problem here where my cron job here hasn't been working, so I want to get it working. Okay, so that does work. So what's the deal? Why doesn't this work? Let's see if we can figure something out here. Do I have to put the whole thing in a quote? I don't understand what's going on yet. Oh, I see. This is just meant to help with the timing. I see. Okay, well, let's try that. Just trying to make sure that my script can work with an automated process, and it should. There's no real reason it shouldn't. Next thing, let's wait about a minute and then I'll check that if it generated the posts folder, because it should. Next weird thing I want to figure out is how I can get this load thing to work. So I want to write a few tests, but I want to figure out how to get it to load properly. if that makes any sense. Doesn't excuse me, it doesn't seem to be loading. So if I load string, okay, that does work. That's not what I meant. Yeah, okay, so let's see here. Yeah, that should work. I don't quite understand why this doesn't work. That's a bit of a bummer. I figured this would work. Okay, so it does, the command is this, bb, and then this is the script with that command line argument, and that should just work, right? That's the thing, I don't know why it doesn't. I don't think, I mean, let's try it. chmod plus x RSS saver. It shouldn't really matter, but so this, leaving this blank, like this should run every minute. What I want is once it's working to just run it once a day at noon or something like that. That's the idea. But if I can't get that to work right away, I'll figure it out a little later, because there must be a way to do it. I just don't get it yet, that's all. Well, okay. I don't understand why it doesn't work. That is annoying. Hey, happy Monday there, Mike. Oops. How was the weekend? I had a great weekend. It's too short. But, no, it was a good weekend. How's yours? I hope it was good. Okay, so if I just do this at minute 5, that's not at every minute. Okay, so no, this is a bad edit. That shouldn't happen like that. Oops. Was pretty good. You got a lot around the house done, and you got to get out some as well, which is nice. Sounds good. Glad to hear it. Let's see here. Every 1 minute. Schedule expressions. This is not... I don't know why it's not working. That's the problem. Because if I do this in the terminal... I'm attempting to set up a cron job, yes. Okay, so that works. But I don't know why it doesn't work when it's in the cron tab. And I'm only putting it up, this here, it's running every minute. I just want to see if it works at all. That's why it's like that. What I want is this to be like at 12 o'clock. Right, so 0, 12 at 12, like that. But I'm just trying to get this to work. And it doesn't appear to be. But we'll see. Anything in the logs that shows why it's failing? Cron tab logs, Mac OS. I don't know where the logs are. Wait, is Lion the right? Oops. There we go. I don't know where the log is. Oh, it doesn't log by default, I guess? Bummer. Okay, well that's gonna be a problem for another day. I'll figure that out later. That's annoying. I don't know why it's not working. It feels like it should. I've done nothing wrong. Well, that's probably not true. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I'm annoyed by that, but that's okay. This is almost done. This project is almost complete. It's so close. What I actually want to be doing is trying out how do I want to do this? Excuse me. Well, this isn't gonna work, but I'll start with this just to see what happens. RSS saver. Let's go. Dev. How do I run this again? I forget already. Is this gonna work? This is unlikely to actually work. So it successfully compiled into here. Let's open this and see what happens. So it made a readme, which is fine. And the whole design, no, of course. Right, so here, this is where things start to be a problem, but again, that's not a big deal really, except for stuff like that. So I do need to have this project work. So this is the purpose of the stream today, is to get this RSS saver project, get some kind of web version up and running. That's what I'm trying to do. So the first thing I did was run my radish script. Oh, this is strange. Why is that happening? Cool, but not what I want at all. Curious if this will fix one issue. There we go. Excuse me. That did not do it, so let's see. Org mode escape HTML. Oop. Or I could just do this. Let's do that. Run it again. Ignore that. There we go. Okay, that's a start. It's whatever. So it looks as if the only real problem, actually, I mean, this is nothing. Of course, I can get rid of that, probably, I think. Okay, so let me just see. Don't need this either. Clojure zip. I'm curious. How do I want to put this? Bit late on the response, but if you wanted to look at the cron logs, they're under var/log as either syslog or system.log. Oh, let's have a quick peek then. Vim. Well, let me do this. I don't want to just debug that stuff right now because that's kind of lame. What I'll do instead here is dev track track.org. I've got Patreon updates, that's fine. Tasks and a scratch pad here. Mike for the looking in var log system.log. There we go. Thanks, Mike. I've got a pointer now. That's perfect. And then I can keep working on this radish stuff as well, because that's the goal of today, is to get a page that I can add to my blog that has all of this, or a version of this working in the web page as sort of an example vlog. So actually, let me figure this out. Like this. I think that's the right tag. There's some other things you can do, like piping the output to files for easier debugging, etc. if you ever want to do that, but I'm not here to distract today. Yeah, I was just really, what I thought is, based on everything I read about setting up a cron, was that it would be super easy. Like, I would literally just run my script, but I have no clue why it's not working. I don't know if it's like because Mac is doing it differently than the Linux tutorials or something weird like that, but I don't want to struggle with that right now. But you're totally right. Piping out to files that's a good idea. I'll do that. Just not on stream, because it's a little too boring, in my opinion. Thanks for the help, though. I appreciate it. All right, so man, here's the problem with all my little projects too, is as I'm working on them, I forget what I was doing, you know? So I have to remember the status and all that sort of gobbledygook. Well, let me see what happens when I do this now. Oh, also, man, I'm still popping around all over the place a little bit here, but that's just the way I am. I don't remember if the exclude tag is what I had. Well, no is the answer. There is, let's see here. So exclude tags, exclude, I'm pretty sure is the setting I had inside the Radish project itself, but I don't remember how to write. Oh, it's like this, and it's no export instead, of course. No, that's... Dang it. That's not what I meant to do. Oh well. No export. And so there's a Radish config here, with exclude functions that might be helpful, but I'll get to those later. Excuse me. Okay. Now let me just run this again with that tag in there and see if that does. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, I need to this here. Let's do this. I also, just out of sheer curiosity, let me see if I can put this in here like this. I have no idea if that'll export properly, but let's give it a go quickly. I mean, it's there, but it's not right. What is org mode? I don't know what I'm searching for. I wanna. No, none of this is what I want. Org mode. Let's just search the general syntax here. No. Fixed width area. I wonder if that's what I'm actually trying to get at here. Let's see. I'm very generally just curious if this will work at all the way I think it will. Also, is it maybe this? No. Okay, I won't spend much more time doing this because it's obviously boring as well. But let me see. Let's give that a try. Let's export that. I really don't know that that'll work. Again, minimally important. Didn't work at all. Love it. All right, let's just do something like this. We'll just leave it alone for now. I'll figure that out later as well. What I'm trying to do is really just simple straightforward things. And the first thing I actually want to try, make sure I can get working, is the ability to include to include the right dependencies. So deps, we'll do like this actually. Let's go figure this out. Start with this one. Let's just do one dependency at a time. Which version is a... I think one of these versions doesn't work with Clojure script, right? I don't remember. Latest stable 0.08. Let's just go with that. Oh, that is what I thought it... Okay, I'm gonna just assume that that'll work. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so let's actually... Well, why waste time trying to do things one thing at a time? If we can get them all going at the start, there's no reason not to try, right? So string's good, data XML's good, assuming it'll be good, I mean. Oh, I'm doing that wrong. This should be... No. Ugh, it doesn't matter. Tools CLI I don't technically need. Zip I should get. Clojure core zip, right? Just want to make sure I get the right. Okay, so it's got to be like this, right? org.clojure/zip, I hope. Maven/version 1.10.2. Assume that's fine. Okay, let's give it a shot. So this should... Oh no, that's wrong. Never mind. Alright, let's give it a try. It should detect the dependencies and then build out... Yeah, so it did detect the dependencies, running an advanced build. This compilation will take a while. If it succeeds, if it fails, it... Oh, well, that's way quicker than I thought. I wonder if it actually worked. Let's see. Okay, so the deps are there, grayed out. That's what I want. All this... Ah, it didn't work. Okay. Now, why is that? Loading failed, eh? Hmm. Okay, I wonder if I messed up the zip dependency. No. Oh, they're just not in there at all. Why is that? Shoot. Ugh. Alright, I think I've messed something up here. Let's go dev RSS saver radish.jar. Okay. Okay, so um shoot. So what I'm thinking is wrong is there's some resources that should be copied in that aren't being copied in. Oh, so let me try to manually fix something for a second. So I'm going to copy from dev radish resources shared. No, resources advanced. I thought I had this stuff fixed, actually. Let me try another tactic here. Let's try... Okay, here I should be able to run this. Let me copy... Sorry, let's do... Yeah. Okay. Now, let's do bb run main I So I'm just running from the source directly in the Radish folder here to see what's going on. I don't know what I'm missing. Error. No, that's not gonna. Does this even work? This is what I get for taking breaks and forgetting what I've been working on, you know? That's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. Clearly I need to improve the documentation of this tool. I mean, obviously I also need to improve its efficacy. It's just not working the way I thought, and that's a problem. Let's start looking through this again, though. Let's also... My branch is behind by 2 commits. Interesting. Let's see if that helps with things. That might be a problem. Okay, so this compilation does at least seem to work with certain things, so I'm breaking some assumptions somewhere, right? That's the thing. Okay. Okay, so that worked. Right, so there are circumstances in which the compilation works fine. Yeah, it is working. Okay, so I'm not totally out to lunch here. I'm just not perfectly lined up with what I need. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of that as a problem. Let's do git pull. How do I force merge? I want to just ignore these changes here. git pull ignoring local changes. So the reason I am okay with that is I'm pretty sure I was doing dev work on this on a different computer that I forgot to pull the changes to. Oh, that's right. Not ideal, and once I get this Radish project into a better state, as in I build a design doc, I start branching off for feature adjustment and stuff like that, then I won't have to worry about silly things like that. Alright, let's try that again. Already up to date. Alright, so now let me try run main with this. Let me just make sure that that still builds. It should be okay, but those are famous last words, aren't they? Alright. I should also rebuild the jar and try that jar. I don't care about the Radish logo. Let's also have a look here at what's up. Oh, good. I thought it was broken for a second there. Not broken, just ridiculous. Oops. Let's... Oh, that's right. I added this fast option, which is helpful. Okay. Ooh, it worked. Or it compiled anyway. Okay, that's a good sign. Let me see here. What else we've got? Depths to dissoc. So we also want... blah, blah, blah. That's the wrong place to add that. That's not what I need. I need that to be... That's fine, that's fine. There was another section, I think, where I had to manipulate the namespace. So just commenting the content. Namespace editor. Okay, so here, some. I have to add a symbol here actually for clojure.java.io. Java shell. Wait, does this already, sorry, let me see here. Does this actually work? So clojure.java.shell is already in the blacklist. Did it at least correctly? Yeah, it did. Okay, so parts of the blacklist thing are working already, which is good. I should do tools.cli. Although, I mean, arguably tools CLI can actually, tools CLI could work, right? Like there's no real reason why it shouldn't. I'll think about that. I'm gonna see what I can do anyway. Okay, so let's build the Uber jar though. Let's let that happen. While that's going, let's also make this just hiccup like that. I think I can do this here. Actually, no, I'll do it like this. Yeah. No, I don't like that. That's annoying. I think this will work. Let's see. How's everyone doing today, by the way? Anyone who's tuned in and not had a chance to or desire to talk, it's okay if you want to chat about, doesn't even have to be programming really, just hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah, feel free to talk if you want. I'm doing my best to understand my own code. Did it actually build? I didn't read the oops. Oh, okay. Let's try again. Okay, so Java jar radish.jar. Input file here is rsssaver.org. Let's see if it'll build. That's the question I have. It will not. What did I do? Do I have just some unfinished code here? That's possible. Well, let's do this then. Let's make a web file. RSS saver web. Nope, I'm editing the wrong thing. Just get rid of the README entirely. This is just a start. This is just a way to figure out what does and doesn't work properly with the build, with the Radish build, I mean. Okay. Pared it down quite a bit, actually. It's not tangling any code, which is actually helpful, so the main script doesn't change. So let's go, let's try this again here. All right, meeting's finally over. Did I miss anything important? Just me getting a little bit frustrated. No, nothing critically important. So I moved on from the cron stuff. Don't know if you, I don't know when you left approximately, but I'm working with my Radish site exporter and I'm trying to get the dependencies to load. The dependencies that matter are things like Clojure zip and Clojure data.xml. The point is, this RSS saver tool works as a script. I just want to make a blog post where you can do interactive, like you could basically run the functions in the browser. That's what I'm trying to do. Because I think that'll be cool content. I just haven't used my Radish tool in a while, and it's still subject to change, so I'm finding limitations with it as I go. That's the classic scenario, right? But so right now I'm getting this here, and I don't know why it's causing, why that's happening. That's the thing that's frustrating me. Okay, this is like the easiest possible thing. Okay, that built. Woohoo. Yeah. Okay. So let me undo all that. I wonder if it's this. Wait, is that a good change? Let's see. Oh, Uh-oh. Oh no. What have I done? I did it again. I made a mistake. Alright, let's get back to a non-working stage, which is very easy, because basically nothing ever works the first time. Oh, man. Alright. Tangled one code block. Where's that? Oh, readme. That's gotta be it. Okay. This web version here, I'm just stripping down, yeah, a little bit to get something going. This should fail. Yeah, it does. Don't know why yet. I kind of think it might have been this, but that doesn't make a ton of sense either. That wasn't it. Okay. So it does work. The script itself, that is. So there's not really anything wrong with that. There shouldn't be anyway. Let's just start chunking things off at the bottom here. That's not it. What happened? What did I change? Ugh. Okay. Calm down, Adam. No need to panic. It's just a matter of figuring out the changes. This reminds me, actually, I should have here dev track. Let's go tasks, radish, to do. See, at least, so what I've started doing when I can't fix something right away or I move on, I now try to add a to-do to the list to capture what was wrong at the time so that I remember to go back to that stuff later. Because I need to be better than I have been at project management, so using basic to-do lists is at least helpful for capturing a bit of context. So when a radish build fails, it's hard to know why. Add some exception handling / better error messages. Okay. Hey, Ayubala Balali. Sorry if I get your name wrong there. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Feel free to say hi in the chat if you like, or feel free to just relax and do your own thing as well. That's totally fine too. No pressure. It's always fun to hear people talk, to hear what people are up to though, if you're interested in sharing that sort of thing. Okay, so hello. Sorry if I got your name wrong there. Balali. Doing my best. Trying to focus on two things at once here, but yeah, welcome. Thanks, Mike, for being always a kind dev mod and everything. Mike is a regular viewer here. He's super helpful. He's really nice and pretty good mod. So, you know, say hi. All right. What are you guys doing here? I'm working on, well, okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with Clojure. I've been trying to add to my portfolio of projects in a way that I need to become a better dev, and so I want to be better at a bit of design documentation, project management, and completing projects. So I've been working on this little RSS saver tool as a part of completing projects a little bit. So this RSS saver is a Babashka Clojure script basically that downloads blog posts from my one of my blog things and saves them locally to either an HTML page or an Eden, like an open format, so that I can just have them locally and I can mirror them elsewhere if I want to in the future. It's an extremely simple script, but it was really fun to make it. I have this is the whole code base is in here. It's all here, it's all documented. I've got my logic kind of written out and everything. And what I wanted to do was turn that into, I have a little tool that helps me build blog posts where I can put interactive code blocks. So this is a different project, but for example, I can edit the code here and you get the result output here. So I want to make this RSS project, I want to build a little blog post about that, and that's what I'm working on today. So I'm using Clojure to do that. I'm just messing around with some of the tools I've been working on, realizing some of the weaknesses and trying to do good documentation as I go. That's kind of the gist of it. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. There we go. Right, so this site is just a fun example where you can make, you know, it makes graphics, like you can do what am I even saying, SVG and all that stuff. But I'm trying to turn this RSS saver project into its own web page example project as well, so that you can kind of see the manipulations and use the functions directly in your browser. That's what I'm working on. Sorry if it's Monday. Sorry if my explanations don't make tons of sense right away. I'm doing my best. Just having a day, you know? Okay, I'm gonna pare this way down. See if I can get this working at all. Okay, so there's something going wrong somewhere in the rest of the code. Helpful. right, so here we are, for example, we've got, so this is the problem I'm having. I am able, it detects that there's dependencies, but it doesn't actually build. It doesn't actually build them. Oh, by the way, I hope, or I'm glad you're doing okay. I just noticed that other message there. Forgot to respond to that. Sorry about that. Yeah. Are you familiar with Clojure at all? Does any of this make any sense to you? What I'm flying around a lot here, just trying to get things working at all, and unfortunately, I'm not having the best of luck at the moment. Oh. Let me add a to-do here. To not delete shadow build folder. In fact, let me do this. First of all, what I would like to do is figure out why okay. Okay. So there's a few things, or there's an interesting thing going on here. The first thing... Well, let's not worry about that right now. Okay. So I have to fix this. This is a big problem. To do fix issue where read string breaks when there's a comment line. There's got to be a way to fix that quickly, right? Is that in the code runner? It might be. No, it's before that even. It's no, it's somewhere in here. It's in like the it's right here, read string. Right, because, okay, let's, oops. Okay, so if I do read string of some code, it reads it just fine. And then I can eval the result of that and it actually runs the code, that's fine. But here, if I do read string of a string that is, this is a comment, it has an end of file warning. And then it fails. Ah, okay. Well, let's try a naive approach here first. Let's try something like this. So mapcat content in the get namespace require thing as a starting point, right, should there should be strings like comment strings. This is the wrong spot to be editing it as well. Actually, no, let's do this. Okay, so remove anything that matches the result of string slash starts with string, the substring is semicolon. Okay, let's copy that snippet. I don't know that this is the solution, but it's the first thing I can think of, honestly, so let's go with that at the start. Right. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Okay, here. So content of node. Let's do this to start. See if it makes any difference whatsoever. If it doesn't, then I'll just take the comments out and go from there. Although I don't love that. Okay. Let me see if I can make things work. Let's also, before I forget to do it, fix issue where read string breaks. Let's do to add read string tests to make sure comments don't break the code. Let's also put a little, see if there's a proper way to do this. not my own read string hacks. A library, perhaps. CLJ format. I think something like this might be what I actually need. Formatting Clojure code idiomatically. So that's something I'll have to consider. But first now, all right, let's see here. Whatever. Okay. Probably not a bad idea to get a formatter going at this point. No, I think you're right. I added it to the top of the list for this project, so should be handled nicely. I hope anyway. I gotta get this project under wraps soon too. This Radish project, I want it to be way more reliable, and oops, I think I can get there quite soon if I'm just smart about the scope and everything like that. Nothing ever goes wrong with setting up a new technology or anything, right? Nothing ever goes wrong. Unless you're me, and then everything goes wrong pretty much constantly. That's not actually true, but it certainly feels like it, especially on stream when like, oh yeah, I just do this. Fail. Oh well. That's all part of the deal. I'm actually not too bothered by this kind of stuff. It's all part of like using the stuff you make is a good way to figure out when it totally is not well designed, when it doesn't work, all that good stuff, you know? Let's try this now. Let's see if those changes actually made any difference. It looks like they did. Right? Because oh no, that's not true. Let's try it again. Yeah, that didn't fix it. Okay. Well, let's ignore that then. Let's fix it this silly way. Let's close this as well because it's not helping me at the moment. And this is fine too. Okay. Oops. Now what did I do? I wonder if this works. If that just lets it ignore it, or if it'll still try to parse it. Looks like it still tries. Blah, blah, blah. Looks like it still tries to parse it, unless I also do this. Unless I move that there. No, that's not going to do it. Okay, let me... Oh, shoot. This is not what I want to do. Q. I'm starting to lose the plot a little bit there, everyone. Sorry about that. That's one of those days, you know? All right. One of those days being Monday, apparently. All right, let's see now. If we get this base set from the web version at the very least compiling, right? Success. All right, now we're on the right track, okay? I've got the content there. I've got basically all of the content I want. The only thing I need is to make sure this will start to actually be eval'd. And that's where I'm having an issue. So let's pop back here. Let's adjust the jar file a little bit more. What I want to do is have it... let's ignore the tests for now. That's not going to be helpful to me at the moment. All right, so the CLI, when it runs an advanced build, I just want to prevent it from deleting This is the final step in the development process. Initial development and feature creation always goes quickly, and then as things get more complex, it becomes less changes and longer time to make those changes. It's what gives us the gray hairs. Yeah, I recognize that. It's funny, right? Because I like the fast iterative work. It's fun to figure things out and go, but I want to be someone who makes valuable libraries, and part of doing that is getting to a stable point, right? And getting to those, you want, it's weird, you kind of don't want complexity, but you want just enough complexity to actually be a valuable tool. And then you want enough you don't want more than that, because then you're slowing everything down again. And I don't know that I've hit the right balance. I'm doing what I can. I mean, like, look at all the stuff I've got going on. These two things are kind of the same, so that's not a big deal. Stream and miscellaneous are fine. I'm happy with those. Radish is arguably not a critically important thing, except that it's helpful for my content. RSS Saver is almost done, so I'm actually quite proud of that. This metrics one is another little fun one that I'm going to tie in with being a better project manager and stuff like that anyway. It's these here, the SVG, CLJ, and the Forge ones that are the real ones that I really want to get. I just want to get those super correct and make it more and more useful over time and all that stuff. But it's a Monday, so I'm not... Well, I was working on those off stream, but I didn't want to do them on stream, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's just uncomment, or let's comment that out, the RM part of that. Let's go do a build one more time here. Uberjar. And actually, while that's going, I'm going to head to the washroom just for a minute. I'll be right back. Gotta say though, having this music on in the background is actually, it keeps me in a nice calm mood. So that's one thing that I've been happy about changing on my stream. You know, things aren't always so bad. Things are actually rarely that bad. Just gotta tell myself that I am going to be okay, even if my code isn't working the way I wanted it to. Ay ay ay. Okay, so that should build. This won't work, but that's okay. All right, so I've got this now, this here, RSS Saver Web build. And I should be able to figure out why this doesn't work. That's the next thing here. Got to keep the positive mentality. Yeah, I think of myself as a generally positive, optimistic person, but I realize sometimes it's not the case. So got to actively focus on it from time to time, you know? Hey, C, how's it going? I hope you're well. All right. Let's see. Oh, that makes sense. That's fine. You see me? Oh, C Films. I called you C as a short form. I'll call you C Films, the full name. ICC Films, by the seashore. Blah 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 blah. Nobody is ever 100% positive though. Everyone gets frustrated. It just happens that when you get frustrated with development, you're also doing it on stream. If I streamed and had a sub for every time I swore at my code not working, I would already retire. I meant you noticed. Oh yeah, see, if you're in chat, I noticed that. So if you're referring to the DMs you sent, I noticed those, but I was on my weekend. I was away from my computer, so didn't respond to those. Didn't get a chance to pop into your stream or anything like that. But yeah, if you're in my stream and you're in the chat, I hope that I notice people in the chat, and I do my best to respond. But yeah, Mike. Yeah, I guess the goal isn't to be positive all the time, because I feel like there's a toxicity to that element of things too. You know, like, no, if a thing is sad, a thing is sad. Don't pretend like it isn't, right? Or if there's a thing that makes you angry, then you're angry, right? It's better, I think, to acknowledge a feeling than it is to pretend it's something different. But on average, I prefer to feel happy than I do to feel sad. And I like optimism, I guess. That's just, I don't know, I think that's how I like to think about things anyway. So I do aim for on average trying to be okay with things. And I mean, yeah, code is frustrating. It can be super frustrating when things don't work, and I don't try to hide that. Like, if I'm frustrated, I'll say it, but being okay with things is also helpful, I guess. Do not get mad, instead get glad. Well, sometimes I agree, but I do also think that getting mad is important sometimes too, but that's another topic again. 1 second, it's getting warm in here. I'll be right back. There we go. Okay, next set of things to figure out. I've got basically this here, RSS Saver Web build is theoretically a ready-to-go Shadow CLJS build. So I'm going to try run that. I have to figure out how, but I'm going to try. Anyway, so I basically just have to run this. CLJM. Let's try this. Yeah, there is something also to be said about doing dev on stream in front of the internet. Even if it's not a ton of viewers at one time, it is like a pretty public way of doing things, I guess. I sometimes I forget that that's like a real a real thing that other people don't have to deal with, you know? Could not find Clojure zip. Maybe this whole time I've just been being a goose. What is... Is it Clojure zip or Clojure data zip? What? What am I trying to do here? Okay, well, let's try something else. When you put yourself on the internet, you basically invite anyone, sometimes people that are real dumb, to give opinions that can be stressful. Oh my goodness. I follow a few people on Twitter that are also somewhat public-facing devs and stuff like that, and I do realize I don't actually get a ton of negativity or anything like that, but there's the occasional thing that it's like, whoa, I read a comment or there was a interaction on Twitch or something like that where it's like, it's like it's just so antagonistic or full of assumptions about me or the way that people are in general, and it just is wild to me. So yeah, it does happen, and you need a bit of a thick skin for that sometimes, I realize. But I'm noticing that actually on the whole I think so far I've been quite lucky to have a really good set of people commenting and interacting with me on stream especially. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say thanks to everyone who's tuned in and who is generally speaking a nice, friendly person, keeping the stream all good and helpful and all that stuff. On the whole, I can't complain too much. I mean, I could. I just don't see the point. Let's change up the colors again, though. There we go. Maybe a little too blue. It's beautiful. Love it. I got the band hammer ready for the dummies. Perfect. I do hope that that mostly doesn't need to happen, but banning is necessary to keep things good from time to time, and we'll cross those bridges when we get to them, of course. Good to know we've got a good mod here, so. All right. I'm in the wrong folder. Oh, that's ugly. Okay, let's just get rid of... Well, actually, no, let's do this. Data.zip. Is this the right thing? I don't know if it is. Let me see here. Right, so Clojure.zip. Maybe I just don't need this at all as a dependency? Let me see. Let's try that. Oops. All right, let's run this build. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. I think I'm getting... yeah, it is running now. How's the project coming along? Will the project eventually be on a website? Oh, C-Films, give me 1 second to explain. That's interesting. Maybe I do have to go... XML. Let's try this. Maybe I do need to go with the 2.0. Oh, look at that. Ah! Oh my goodness. C-Films. Okay, let me answer your question before I forget. So this RSS saver project is done and usable as a script, okay? It's available right now on my GitHub here, and there's the README. You can read about how to use it and everything. I'm on the wrong branch. What am I saying? It's effectively done. You can use it as a script. I have inside here, I have a design doc explaining all of the logic and the decisions I made. Quite happy with that. I think I did a good job explaining myself. If I go through all of the code, there are doc strings for every function where it seems useful to give them. So it's well documented. There's a few functions I want to put tests around yet, but on the whole, it's pretty good. What I'm working on now is making this here, this web version that I'm going to make a blog post for. And what I'm trying to do is just make it so that the code is executable inside the browser. So I'm just going through and realizing that I have some build compatibility issues trying to fix that stuff up right now. So the answer is yes, it'll be on a site eventually. That's exactly what I'm trying to build now. Hopefully that makes a bit of sense. I don't want the package JSON. Let me do this. RSS saver. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're getting closer. A little bit closer. One step at a time. All right. 2.0 alpha. Is that the right formatting? Okay, so data zip is another thing. Let's do dash alpha 6. Okay. Mostly you add content to your own website. When you do dev work, you mean C. I guess that's what you're referring to, right? I hope when you work on your site that you feel on average pretty happy with the results. I always found that web dev stuff, I start out with like some idea in my head, and I don't know what it is about JavaScript and CSS and all of that stuff, but I get all tangled up in the weeds of it really easily. So that's why I've been really loving Clojure and the REPL. It just keeps me focused enough to actually finish some things a little bit, which has been nice. But I hope that's I hope your web dev stuff has been going really well for you. All right, let's try this build again. Let's see what happens. What major projects in the world are made with Clojure? Well, let's start with Clojure.org and see what we can find while this is compiling anyway. Oh no! Something went wrong. So success stories here. Walmart uses Clojure to create a robust data management system supporting 5,000 stores. That's pretty cool. Chartbeat, I don't know what that is. Consumer Reports. Puppet uses Clojure. Well, that's cool. Beanstalk, Mail Online. Ooh, a trading group. I bet there's a lot of money involved with that. Climate Corporation. This seems cool. I'm going to have to look them up after. Actually, let me just do this. ThoughtWorks leverages Clojure to accelerate a Java team. So Clojure is used a lot in things kind of behind the scenes a little bit, you know, like. But that's not, I don't know. I don't know how to answer the question in a concise and cool way, you know. Basically, Clojure it's in a lot of places, but you have to look carefully for it, if that makes sense. Small teams really like to use it for data manipulation stuff and highly concurrent things and stuff like that. Datomic Datomic, I guess is what it's, is a database. I'm sure they do pretty good numbers as a company that is built with Clojure and runs, it's built by the same people, Cognitect. Really good database. Those are just some quick examples. Okay, let me focus on this though. I gotta see what's wrong with this. Warning 1. Unreachable code. Oh, that's just a warning. I mean, that's not great, but let's go with that as fine for the time being. Fine, quotes. All right, let's see here. List that built. If I, oh, okay, see, here we are. These two, I should now be able to copy from RSS saver web build compiled star.js into RSS saver web. And now if I refresh this, yes, okay. Finally. See this? These things are working now. It is now working. There we go. That took me longer than I'd like, but we're in the right realm of success now. Ay, ay, ay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Oh boy. Well, that took definitely longer than I wanted, but I'm going to be okay with that. Now it's a matter of editing. Excuse me. Now, I think it's a matter of editing the content of the web org file to be a little more flowy in a... Well, for like little things like this, so that the formatting looks okay, so that it doesn't just end on could not resolve symbol HTML, for example, stuff like that, you know? Which, of course, is actually... Yeah, I gotta fix that one up, actually. Anyway, the point is, we're cooking with gas now. What I'd like to do now is make sure in the web version here that I'm using the right depths. And it's actually just going to be data XML. That's the only one I need. 2.0-alpha 6. That'll fix it. This should be that is literally all it should take. And then it should work. So there's two things. One, make sure the depths work, and two, I have to fix the read string problem where it tries to read comments and then it totally chokes. That's just not helpful. Okay, so but those are out of scope of the RSS page that I'm trying to work on. These are two different projects. Remember, I'm just using the one as an impetus for fixing the other one. What am I even saying? Okay, so this advanced build, I need to reorchestrate all this anyway. I should have a little... keep build. Do stuff like this. I think that should fix that, right? I don't know. That's fine. For now, that's fine. And here, fast, keep. Let me make sure that I actually keep dash build. All right, I think that'll work. Let's okay, let's do this. So remove RSS saver web build. Let's also remove RSS saver web. Let's also remove. Okay, so we're basically down to just the project without the web stuff at all. There's just two things. So this I'm gonna actually remove radish.jar as well, because I'm gonna rebuild that in a minute anyway. So we got the MIT license for this. We got the posts for tests, which actually RMRF posts. Again, I don't need that either, although it's not being followed by the git anyway, so no big deal. Actually, git status here. So tests and web. And there's modified stuff here, of course, that's okay. All right, we've got, yes, I'm gonna say that's okay for the time being. Let me pop over to here, Radish. Let me try to build this Uber jar. Let's let that build. It shouldn't take too long. And then we'll copy that into this folder. Let's close these. Digital farming. Oh yeah, that's right. Climate, the climate group. I'm gonna look at that again later. Let me add that to my to-dos, because I have climate related stuff that I need to keep on my mind. The Clojure climate group company, see what they're doing. Oh, there's another thing. Look up that battery powered spot welder project. I think I saw it on Hacker News. I don't know about anyone else, but that happens to me a lot, where I'm writing down tasks and stuff, and then like I'll suddenly remember like 3 other things that I meant to write down but never did. This is why the lists are always growing and never shrinking, because there's always more you could do. It's crazy talk, it's crazy making, but that's the way it goes. Let's see if, okay, so it does have a keep. That's good. All right, let's try RSS saver web.org and -k for keep. Let's see if it generates the full project and keeps the directory. Oh man, it went wrong immediately. What a shame. All right, what did I miss now? I thought, why did that happen? Well, I made a change and I assumed it would work. Okay, so that's part of the issue. Let's do java-jar in here, radish.jar. Let's input radish basic.org. Okay. Okay, so it's something, it's gonna build fine there. Why did I, what did I miss here? So close. Okay, so that does work there. I mean, I don't know why I thought that would work. Unmatched delimiter, of course. Let's have a quick peek here. Oh, I wonder if it's messing up some of this stuff here. It's possible. Okay. Hello again, C Films. Did you leave and come back? You're just saying hi again. Let's pare down that and see if we get that working. Is that it? Did I have a missing? I might have deleted one too many. That seems to be it. Okay, so radish logo dash build. I think I didn't fix this up properly, but that's okay. All right, gotta get going. See you and everyone else tomorrow. Have a good one, Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the chats. Have a good one. And I will be back tomorrow indeed. Indeed, indeed. Okay, let's see if that works. Hey, thanks, Mike. Repping the YouTube channel. This, once this whole bad boy's working, this is a video subject for sure. In fact, very soon, I think. Because this is basically working now, which is what I want. Thankfully. Okay. Basically things work now, and I'm happy with that. Now all I want to do is have a finisher function to kind of prove out that it does indeed work. So to get that working, I want to have a final section . That was the first to load this stream. Yeah, you're right, technically, but you did a greeting, which I'm counting in the same category. That's all I meant. You're being a smart, being a wise guy, huh? You a wise guy? All right, I'm glad. So I've got the basics of a working thing here. That is exactly what I want. Now I just need to make it flow nice so that actually people can read it and actually kind of learn something from it, right? That's the only thing. So how do I want to handle that? Fortunately, this web saver version, or this RSS saver web version, doesn't tangle code at all, and so it won't disrupt. What am I trying to say? I can have both versions of it in the exact same directory, and I won't have any problems. The only problem I'll have is if I edit the source in one and it's got an equivalent in the second file, it won't pull it in. So that's not ideal. Although let me think about this for 1 second. No, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's do this. No export. All right, let's try this. Huh. Oh, shoot. I had a file name mismatch, that's all. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay. Actually, the first thing I want to do is create something here. Ooh, let me double check something here. If I do I want to render this. How do I I have to make a render function and I forget exactly how to do that. Let's build it in here. Okay, so entry to HTML in this case has a slightly different approach to it. It's going to be instead of this, I need to add just a slight, let's open up another example. Final result. How did I do this? I broke the render somehow. Okay, let's do this then. Well, let's no, let's run it like this. Let's try this now. We got no. There we go. Okay. Here I can do this. Theoretically, I can do this. Oh, this is not going to work. Well, let's go with it anyway. Let's go back. Come on. Ugh. Find. Oh, it does have HTTP kit. That's. Maybe I should rethink that section of things. I need a slurp function, really. Well, I could do a proper like get request and stuff, but I am being lazy. It's not what I'm after, really. This is also not what I'm after. Okay, well, whatever. What's the right approach? What's the right approach? Well, let's see here. Org HTTP kit Clojure. Let's see if this might actually be really easy to do, and I'm just avoiding it for no actual reason. So let's go see what we can find. Okay, so let's try this http/get. Let's try this right in the let's try this. It should work right away in Babashka. Let's see if we can get away with just doing this. That worked. Let's see what this looks like. If I do HTTP get, let's do world.hey.com/adam.james/feed.adam. Why not? Okay. Did I type the... Okay. Not delivered. Deadlock guard. Okay. Hey, Viva Lambda, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Cool, cool, cool. How is everyone doing? Maybe I'm asking a bit early. Let's see what we got here. Hey Viva, if you're there, thanks for the raid. And how are you doing? I hope things went well on your stream, and I hope in general things are going well with you. No problem, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. I've been working today on, well, in general, I'm trying to become a more professional developer and trying to work on some of the weaknesses I have. One of those things is not necessarily designing and then completing all of my projects. And I mean, there's an element of that being true, I think, for everyone to a degree. But the point is, I'm trying to do some small focused Clojure projects that are actually useful to me, that I can actually make a design doc for them, make some documentation, some tests, and actually release it and be like say it is complete. So I made this RSS saver tool as part of that process. The script is done and working, and what I'm doing now is making a little web version of it with interactive code blocks to kind of help just to make a fun blog post out of it. So that's been the stream, and it's coming along pretty nicely. So here, for example, match tag p is a function. Yeah, so it's been going pretty well. So that's what's up with that. I don't know if you've seen it already, but I'm working on improving the look of my quote-unquote studio for my stream and stuff like that. I've got some music going. I've got these lights that I can control now. For example, let's do like that. I can change the colors of them, change the brightness on the fly, all that stuff. So it's pretty bright. Let's do this. Pretty cool, eh? How do you distribute packages? Yes, notice that it looks very cool. Congrats. Thank you. I appreciate that. So for these smaller projects, so this one, the scope of this project is quite small. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave it as a public GitHub project because it is technically just a script. For my more long-term projects and stuff like that, like SVG CLJ is a Clojure library. I do have a I put it up on Clojures here, for example. So I'll be releasing my work through this for sure. If I'm doing binaries and stuff, and if they become popular enough, I'll do them through proper like package manager channels and stuff like that. But that's in the future. For these smaller projects that I want to consider totally complete, they're just on my GitHub, I think is the simplest way to do it. If you have suggestions for better ways to handle that, you can let me know, but I thought that was not a bad approach, really. But maybe I'm wrong. So I distribute the source code. Yeah. Clojure and the stuff I'm keen on doing uses or I can as I keep going, I'm going to be working on special applications and programs specifically for certain manufacturing companies. And what I plan to do in those instances is make custom programs and release them as binaries for proprietary use, that sort of thing. So I'll be using Growl VM native image a lot. I've used it a bit. It's pretty good. Sorry, I'm distracting myself. This is a little too... That's kind of better. That's good enough. I don't know what I'm getting fussy about the lights for no reason. There we go. Yeah, so when it comes to doing stuff for clients, more specifically, where I want a little bit more clarity on releases and stuff like that, putting it into a nice binary is the plan. And I've already, like Growl VM native image stuff is getting better and better, and there's enough people in the Clojure community who have made little example projects and helper jars so that it actually is easier than ever to do just get a build script going with Babashka, and it's quite awesome. I really love GraalVM native image. It's fun. But today, just this sort of thing. Da, da, da. All right, I think I'm giving myself about 30 minutes more of streaming here. I want to get this thing working so that I can properly pull. Should have done this from the start, but that's not too big a deal, really. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if it should just be HTTP, not HTTPS. Excuse me. Oof. Or maybe I just have to do... Oh, okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Method get URL that body. Okay. Right, so using, I thought Adams was a family and James was a bond. Oh my goodness. Those are my two names, and yes, those are two references. Adams family, James Bond. James and the Giant Peach is another movie with the name James in it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Right, so using that, there will be two things I have to fix up now. Making a really silly song. I don't know what you're talking about. If that's a reference, I missed that one. My bad. Oop. A really silly song is RSS. Oh. I see. RSS, what it actually stands for stands for really simple syndication. Or RDF site summary. But yes, really silly song. No, I'm not good enough as a musician yet to make music like that. Maybe in the future. Maybe. I think this is fine. Oops, did the wrong thing. Maven version. Okay, let's go with that. Let's assume that that works. It might not, but we'll find out soon. Let's double check that this will work. Oh wait. I need this here. Okay. Yeah, okay, I had it right. Good, good. Step in the right direction. Be right back, going to the washroom. Just noticed that my be right back animation thing doesn't work. At least not very well anymore. So let me add that to the stream here. Let's see here. To do new BRB animation. Okay, good. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, I only really need use HTTP kit to get the body of the feed XML. That should work, right? Yes. And then I think it's the same. I think then it's all exactly the same. I hope so. So to do that, yeah. Let's do def URL is whatever the URL is. In my case, I want to have it be world.hey.com/adam.james/feed.adam. Feed is body at http/get URL. There we go. That should all be just fine. Okay, well, let's see if that'll build now, because that could be fun actually to it's not there, it's here. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Not quite. Bummer. Everything else here works, right? Let's see. Yep, that's working. Okay. What went wrong? Let's see what goes on with this. So I thought I had the right depths. Close. Very, very close. I wonder if this is only a Clojure project. CLJS HTTP. Yeah, okay. CLJS HTTP is the way to go. And that's a bit of a bummer. I mean, only because I wanted it to be easy. Let's see. Is HTTP kit Clojure script compatible? I guess not. Wait a minute. Can you do can you just do get? Maybe there's like a really simple way to do it without even, no. This is not what I want. All right, well, so I'm gonna go because I'm not being very entertaining on the stream anyway. This is helpful. I think I can basically get this done tonight. I hope so anyway, because I want this project to be completely done and move on. Excuse me. The only real things I need are the ability to kind of get the full process visible on that blog post, and then it's good to go. So that's really close. It's just a matter of getting the right library in the browser and going from there. So that's what I'll do, but for now I'm gonna get going. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the raid, thanks for the follows, thanks for chatting, all that good stuff. I'm gonna get going though. I'll be back again tomorrow around the same time. Thank you once again. Have a good one, everyone, and I will see you all later. Ciao.